Conley kicks to Barnes. Takes the first.
You can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable.
Conley kicks to Lee. Randolph against Bogut. Counted, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 9. 3-pointers 7 times here in the second, and been successful 3 times.
In a league that's becoming more and more pick-and-roll oriented, Zach Randolph is more of a throwback, if you will. I mean, he likes to back his man down and battle for those offensive rebounds.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Marc Gasol is checked in for Randolph. Allen comes in for Matt Barnes. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. Then for the Warriors, Festus Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Oh, I love the power forward. Zach Randolph always seems to carve out space, the space he needs to play well.
Yeah, he's unorthodox but extremely gifted. A nice blend of physicality with high skill level, especially when you talk about shooting the ball.
Gasol is screened. Off the pick. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Lee.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
To the paint. He dishes it to Lee. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's good. And that's 10 points for Jeff Green. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 16-6 run. Livingston, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Here's Gasol, banked in off the glass. Gasol's got 5.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first.
That'll do it for the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Looking at the numbers for Sean Livingston, he has 12 points and he's picked up 1 dime. It's such a benefit to them when he plays this kind of game.
And really unexpected, but invaluable.
A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. Matt Barnes is out there with Green, and it's Gasol, and at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Green with the block, and they're able to recover, and that one's good. And that's 12 points for Jeff Green.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. And another 3 for Golden State.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in the West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control, even though he's going at breakneck speed. he still maintains his body control.
And Green gets it to go.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
The Grizzlies trail by 17. The Grizzlies did slip late in the West, Greg, as you said. Still, you know, Clark, 35-17. That record in the conference was 3rd best.
And even more, played their best when playing the other top teams. They went 16-11 against the other Western Conference playoff teams.
It's Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep. And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Green. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks, Doris. And here's a little-known fact, Clark. Only 3 players have recorded at least 2 triple-doubles in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Curry outside. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one. And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact he lacks a little dexterity and even creativity to be an elite finisher. Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly, Clark. Their lead is not surprising given their advantage on the backboard.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Launches it. Another 3 for Golden State.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Conley dishes to Green. And Gasol, here we go. Second chance shot, and Thompson sends it back. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Zach Randolph is checked in for Green. Green comes in for Matt Barnes. Tony Allen's checked in for Vince Carter. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. Then for the Warriors, Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. Gasol drives in. Again, the miss by Gasol.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it. You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the second fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track.
And Curry picks him up defensively. Nice shot by Randolph.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Here's Curry. He has 29. At the top of the key, Spates from deep three-point range. It's rebounded by Memphis. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. There's 38 seconds left in the third. The shot's good from Randolph.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Here's Curry with the three. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got his third rebound on the night. Dishes to Randolph. Wide open. Again, Memphis.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
And here is Curry. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. Lets it go with a three. That one goes. Count it. Curry's got 32 points in the game. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Warriors on top, running away with it. Live from the FedEx Forum. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Livingston is out there with Barbosa. Then there's Thompson. Then it's Rush. And it's McAdoo in at the power forward position. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. No good with the triple. And it's the Warriors on the break.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Outside, Martin. And it's Carter penetrating, and he gets it to go.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Smooth sailing for Golden State. Deflects the pass. And Chalmers kicks to Green. Green with a screen for Carter.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
Rush outside. Cannot hit. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. There's Carter. But they'll get another chance. Martin attacking. Tries yet again. Offensive rebound. And finally they hit one.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And that one's good. There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon.
Scooped up. And Thompson kicks to Rush. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. The drive by Allen. The shot is off. Good D by Thompson. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And Carter has it in the corner. Martin the pass to Chalmers. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, given yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Golden State also making some changes. Andrew Bogut checked in for Thompson. Green comes in for McAdoo. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. Puts it up from 12. Here's Barnes. And at last, they get one to fall.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
Barbosa kicks to Bogut. Over in the corner, Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Barbosa gets the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
The drive by Lee. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. He feeds it to Rush. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Barnes sets a screen for Conley. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
And in the past, the NBA had the All-Star break for just an extended weekend. Last year, they gave the players a full week off. It seemed to be received positively by everyone.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Bazili comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Livingston in for Leandro Barbosa. The All-Star break in 2015 was just a bit over a week. Those extra days, Clark, for most players, really rested some guys up.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think it was a nice move. You play those 82 games, you need more than just a few days break during the middle part of the season. So I like that move a lot. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out. Oh, my. How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Cam.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
Here is Livingston, defended by Chalmers. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Clock at 6. Here's Livingston. Another 3 for Golden State.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the rope, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Chalmers. That's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. From deep. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, here with Andre Iguodala. And what's the key for you guys to have games like you did tonight as you look to the upcoming games?
The key is just not letting all the outside distractions, get in the way of letting us do what we want to do. So we got to come in, play tough.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game. Had an outstanding third quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the second half. What are your thoughts, Shaq?
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the three ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal, and that really opened up the game.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have